No.
Who's that? Who's the Pittsburgh
Steelers.
Steelers? Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
They're the greatest football team known to man. So.
They won anything?
We've won Super Bowl 4 times.
Oh man, that's incredible.
We have been kind of sucking lately, but
Oh,
they're going
okay.
to come around.
I'm sure they will.
And I'm convinced if you root for them now, we'll be good because I see your passion for
Pittsburgh
the cricket.
Steelers. Here we go. Yes. Was Pittsburgh a steel-making town then?
It was a long time ago.
okay,
It's kind of not anymore, but
All right, okay.
yeah.
Cool. Well, I should root for them when I'm in America then.
You should and will.
Oh, I will,
It's
absolutely.
a commandment. So,
Cool.
Is a passion for you, cricket?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah.
Are you one of those? Do you go to the games? Or you just yell at the TV?
No, I yell at the TV a lot, but when I will be going to my first game later this year, so I'm very, very excited.
Why haven't you been to one?
Because I only got into it like a year ago, and I've been so busy that I didn't get a chance. So it's like I'm very, very excited now. Yeah.
Do you have like a jersey and everything, or?
I have one I've made myself, which is it's just basically it's just a white T-shirt from Gap with writing on it.
That's pretty sad. You need to go out and get an official
depressing.
jersey.
It's not sad.
You should just make a phone call and say, I'm Daniel Radcliffe. I demand my own name on the jersey.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, if the players could wear the jerseys with my name on it, that would be excellent. No. Anyway.
Yeah, well, this is my first Harry Potter junket. I'm very excited. I've wanted to all these times. And it's like my expectations of you have always been, well, I only know you as Harry, and then I saw you on Extras.
Oh, right.
And I'm like... anybody that can make fun of themselves like that, I know is a cool person.
Well, the thing is, everyone does expect me to be like that. So I thought, well, why don't I just give it to them and they can laugh at me, because that's how everybody does sort of, I think, has an image of what the child star is. And as I'm sort of trying to move away from that, I thought it would be fun to parody it on the way. Yeah.
And was that one of the reasons for doing Equus too? Is it
that was it was just to Equus, anybody who got the chance to be in Equus alongside Richard Griffiths, directed by Thea Sharrock, it would be very stupid to turn that down as a 16-year-old actor as I was. 17-year-old actor as I was when I started. So. It was an amazing experience for me.
Yeah. Now, out of all the Harry Potter books, this is the one I like the least, but I like the movie the most. Excellent. It's really different, and I didn't like Harry in the book, but yet Harry was more, I guess, a lot less, more likable, I think, in the movie. Was there any talk about making him more darker in this one than it was?
There was certainly talk. I mean, we all knew this was going to be a darker film because the book is darker. And we wanted to, as well as getting the anger in there, and there's a lot of anger in the book, and rightly so. But also there's a lot of real sadness, and I think a lot of the anger comes from not understanding why he's sad or lonely or in pain. And I think that's where all the anger comes from. And I thought me and David thought it might be just as interesting to possibly focus a bit more on the sort of the reflective side of the anger rather than the out and out shouting.
Is it difficult to have a new director come in because you've already pretty much established how everything works with the character? Because you are,
Right, but I mean, also, it's not difficult. I mean, I think it's fantastic. I think it keeps the films fresh. It stops us all from getting complacent. I think it's a really brilliant thing to be able a luxury to have these fantastic directors coming in and working with us. And I mean, because even though obviously we've been established now for 4 or 5 years in these parts, there's so much room for improvement and growth in there that each time a new director comes on, he will spur some more of that growth. And particularly with David, who's got such enthusiasm and vigour for life. He's a brilliant man and a brilliant director. He really spurs us all on to get better and to improve, which is fantastic.
As we were talking about how obsessive we are of sports and so forth, there are people out there who are just as obsessive with these books and movies.
More so.
So, was it like? Are you like a superstar when you go out on the street?
I'm not really. I mean, I sometimes get recognised and stopped, but most of the time, the people that do it are actually genuinely really nice and friendly, and none of them are particularly sort of nasty or anything. I mean, the only time it's got a little bit hectic was. Well, there've been a couple, but there was once, most recently, I was in Spain. This was a while ago, it was about probably a year and a half ago or something, but I was in a science museum, and because I'm a bit geeky like that, I've been really excited about going to the science museum. I got there, everything was in Spanish, so I don't understand it. And then this girl recognised me, and if I'd been recognised by sort of shy, Spanish girl, it would have been fine. But I got recognised by the loudest 12-year-old girl in Spain, who just, as soon as she saw me, started shouting and screaming, and in the end, I was pushing past people on the escalator to dash out of the Science Museum. But at that moment, you know, though stuff like that is very weird, it's actually very, very funny.
I would think that they'd want you to yell spells at you or something as you walk by.
No, that has never happened, and I hope it doesn't happen now that you've given them the idea.
Ask him. He wants you to do a Patronus spell. He's begging you to do it. So
Please.
if you see him on the street, Daniel Radcliffe saying, and let's end with the big Go Steelers.
Go Steelers!
Yes! Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much indeed.